Subtracting fractions with the same denominator. Example 1. 6/8 minus 2/8. Step 1. Subtract the numerators. 6 minus 2 is equal to 4. Step 2. Keep the same denominator. We keep the same denominator of 8 because both of our fractions have the denominator of 8. Step 3. Simplify. I know that both 4 and 8 can be divided by 4. When I divide both of those by 4, I am left with 1 over 2, or 1/2. So the final answer will be 1/2. Example number 2. 9 over 2 minus 4 over 2. Step 1. Subtract the numerators. 9 minus 4 is equal to 5. Step 2. Keep the same denominator. Our denominator will still be 2. And step 3 is to simplify. 5 over 2 is an improper fraction, so we can convert it to a mixed fraction. It's important for us to know that the numerator, or the 5, is the total parts that we have. So we have 5 total parts. And the denominator, which is 2, is going to be the number of parts to make a whole number. So I'm going to show you how to convert this in a visual way. So we're going to start by drawing 5 circles. These 5 circles represent the 5 total parts that we have. And we are going to find out how many groups of 2 we can make to determine how many wholes we will have. I can make 1 group, 2 groups, and it stops there, so my whole number will be a 2. But I also have 1 part left over, so that will be my numerator, and a denominator of 2, because it takes 2 parts to make a whole. So notice we kept the denominator the same. So 5 over 2 can be converted to 2 and 1/2. So the final answer to the problem will be 2 and 1/2. Example number 3. 3 and 3/4 minus 2 and 1/4. Step 1. Subtract the whole numbers. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1. Step 2. Subtract the fractions. 3/4 minus 1/4 is equal to 2/4. So now our answer is 1 and 2/4. But we can't forget step 3. Simplify if possible. I know that both the 2 and the 4 can be divided by 2. When I do this, I get the fraction 1/2. So the final answer will be 1 and 1/2. Example 4. And there's something important I want us to notice about this example. And that is that the second fraction is bigger than the first fraction. So we cannot subtract right away. We need to instead move to step number 1, which is to convert the mixed fractions into improper fractions. And we can do this by multiplying the whole number by the denominator. 4 times 8 is equal to 32, and then adding the number in the numerator. 32 plus 3 is equal to 35. So 4 and 3/8 will become 35 over 8. Let's do the same thing to that second mixed fraction. 1 times 8 is equal to 8, and 8 plus 5 is equal to 13. So 1 and 5/8 as an improper fraction will be 13 over 8. Now we can move on to step number 2. Subtract the fractions. We start with the numerator. 35 minus 13 is equal to 22. And we keep the same denominator, which is 8. Finally, step 3. Simplify. 22 over 8 is an improper fraction, so I'm going to convert this back to a mixed fraction. And 22 over 8 as a mixed fraction would be 2 and 6/8. But I know that both 6 and 8 can be divided by 2, so I'm not done quite yet. 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 8 divided by 2 is 4. So we can simplify 6/8 to 3/4. And the final answer will be 2 and 3/4. Now it's your turn to try out this new skill. There are 4 subtracting fractions problems on the screen. I would recommend you pause now, solve, and then resume when you're ready to see if your solutions are correct. All right, let's check it out. Number 1, 5/6 minus 1/6 is equal to 4/6, which can be simplified to 2/3. Number 2, 9/2 minus 6/2 is equal to 3/2, which can be simplified to the mixed fraction 1 and 1/2. Number 3, 4 7/8 minus 3 4/8 is equal to 1 3/8. And finally, number 4. And notice for number 4, I converted the mixed fractions to improper fractions, which gave me 16/3 minus 8/3, which is equal to 8/3, which can be converted to the mixed fraction 2 2/3. I would recommend you take some time to review this work, and if you had any incorrect, go back and find your mistake. That is one sure way to get better at a skill. Thank you very much for watching. Squad.